for old cast iron pipes failed to account for a pressure sensor. The lines were overpressurized and set off a series of disasters that brought carnage I thought I had left behind in Iraq to the Merrimack Valley. Witnesses described houses exploding. Just repeat that phrase, houses exploding. At one exploding house, a chimney landed on a car and crushed a young man inside it to death. The explosions and the fires that happened in the aftermath injured 23 people, and in a second turned 30,000 folks in Merrimack Valley into temporary refugees. All told, 7,700 people couldn't return to their homes, including 2,683 children, many for months. The story that day was one of devastation. It didn't take long, however, to turn into a story of inspiration. Strangers took in neighbors, Red Cross workers, local leaders, and first responders banded together to help out. By the end of the first night, it seemed like everyone in the Merrimack Valley was pitching in to help us recover. Everyone except the company that caused the explosion. Columbia Gas dawdled in the moments and days immediately after this tragedy. And when I asked their president why, during a Senate Commerce Committee field hearing, he assured me that public safety was one of the company's core values. But shortly thereafter, we learned the truth from a courageous whistleblower who retired 3 months prior. Before the explosions, that employee, Mr. Bart Medeiros, warned the general manager and another senior employee that staffing and oversight decisions made by Columbia Gas would create a situation in which they, and I quote, didn't have enough people to respond and provide safe, reliable natural gas. But that wasn't all. Columbia Gas had also reduced the number of staff monitoring gas pressure in the Merrimack Valley. The company stopped requiring technicians on site at construction projects to monitor gas distribution lines. And the National Transportation Safety Board found that the company used a field engineer who had, and I quote, limited knowledge about the importance of regulator sensing lines to supervise the project. This oversight, or lack of oversight, caused workers to improperly bypass critical pipeline pressure sensing lines, which led directly to the explosion. Last month, 10 families were still in temporary housing. Small businesses faced the prospect of closing their doors because of the rate at which Columbia Gas paid their claims. And Columbia Gas has still not replaced appliances beyond merely patching them up as winter approached. In the 6 months since, Columbia Gas has put together a long-term recovery plan that focuses on bettering its emergency response and pipeline safety initiatives, but the damage wasn't just to people and to homes. Peace of mind exploded that day as well. Now parents have cause to think twice when they hear the click of the stovetop or the rumble of a hot water heater. They wonder if their house might blow up. It's up to Congress to rebuild that peace of mind. As this committee considers the reauthorization of the Natural Gas Pipeline Safety Act, we must improve safety protocols and oversight of operators like Columbia Gas. And the President needs to step up and work with Congress too. Let's all work together to rebuild America's aging infrastructure like the century-old pipes running through the Merrimack Valley. Let's eliminate professional engineer license exemptions for public utility work. Let's make sure a professional engineer approves all public utility engineering drawings. Let's hold state and federal pipeline safety regulators accountable for sufficient staffing. Let's explore the lack of oversight by the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, which gave the Massachusetts system a rating of 97.4 out of 100 just 1 month before the explosions. Let's make the regulation of pipe replacement mandatory. And rethink how the administration could be more efficient as it weighs costs and benefits for new regulations, because no cost is greater than that of young men, of young Americans, like the young man who was killed, 18-year-old Leonel Robson. Let's do it for Merrimack, let's do it together, and let's do it now. Thank you. I yield back.